Hi, hi, what's up, what's up? It's been a little while, there hasn't been any new videos in, geez, probably well over a week now. Basically my work has become painful. I don't really know what else to call it besides that. My job is really painful right now. And when I get home, I don't really feel like making videos, so I haven't been. Hopefully this will change permanently in the future, but at least it has kind of backed off for now, and I get to do something that I've missed a lot, which is read manga. We're starting with a new chapter of Dr. Stone, chapter 97, called The Joy of Leadership. We have Suiru on the cover posing very dramatically with a light bulb showing the little oscilloscope thing they've been able to make, which they're using as a super primitive form of sonar, which got them a bunch of fish, which he is very grateful for. In the background, it seems like a series of mine carts and stuff, and we haven't really seen that kind of infrastructure being built up. But maybe once they get into full scale ship production, there's going to be a little more railway type infrastructure. Should be exciting. I don't know. Let's check it out. Radar and sonars, these eyes of science will light our way all the way around the world so we can track down the mysterious Y-Man. I like that that is the name of what could be the overall villain of this entire series, Y-Man. um, gotta hand it to Y-Man. For him, we didn't have a single lead to follow. It is true that this gives the whole quest a lot more kind of urgency and expectation, which is exciting. Um, Before they were just kind of heading out. They had no idea what they were going to find. They had really no reason to believe that they would find anything, which has kind of an enthralling, mysterious quality to it. But this is even more exciting, you know? Y-Man. They gotta find Y-Man. I like Chrome here in the back, bundled on top of this entire pile of fish and such that they've caught. Dinner. Everyone having a nice adventure in this speedboat. Even Gen is kind of getting into it, you know? I think this is a level of thrill that he's content with. New friend in the game all on his own. Now we've got a target. Gonna get us one step closer to finding out the petrification mystery. Could actually be Unfei. Oh yeah, that's his pig Latin. Right, right. Really was a threat warding us off. It's funny how it had the opposite effect. It's for messing with Senkyu. What sort of person Dear Senkyu is? There's one panel here where Gen looks a little contemplative when he's considering this idea that the message had the opposite effect. And what I think is maybe that there's yet another layer, that there's one more level that he's thinking on, which is that this threat, if that's what it is, or this warning or whatever, if it's made by someone like Senkyu, such that they're trying to get in contact with other people who are like Senkyu, who would take this sort of thing as an invitation rather than a warning or at least a warning to be heeded. Um, it's like they're cultivating like a certain type of audience, you know, that when Gen seems to be reflecting on the type of person Senkyu is. And that's kind of scary, right? If there's someone adversarial that's trying to bait out other people that they might find a threat, other people like Senkyu, that means that they're going up against someone else with cheat code level intelligence, someone who could perhaps orchestrate something like the mass petrification of the world. Um, it's scary. It's scary. I think that might be what's giving him pause here. I don't know. And now we have our Francois cutting up fish and what have you. Looks like they got some sashimi going. Everyone is very, very happy with the fish. I like that. I like that they're always kind of providing for the villagers in some way with each new technology. Like this idea that they've made sonar and radar, which are so far beyond the comprehension of the stone people. And yet it has this tangible benefit. Like, look at all this fish we caught so easily. that they can kind of get it. Now, I got distracted here by this see through anything. What are they scheming? Is it something perverse? Despite the fact that this series is sometimes pretty fan servicey with its character designs, there hasn't actually been that much like outright fan service of the type that it seems like totally unnecessary. I don't know how else to parse this though. See through anything, right? Like, but I mean, Chrome should understand actually how it works. I also like this recurring metaphor of people always thinking of ideas with like the most advanced luminescent technology available to them. See through what? Yeah, that is sleazy. Chrome's thinking totally same thing, so lay off. Oh, no, 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 no. Chrome. Chrome, I bet, is thinking about minerals. That's what he's really about. He's all about those rocks. They're minerals. He's going to want to use them to plunger the depths of some caves or something. I would imagine. Running batteries won't quite cut it. Install massive engines on the ship. There's all the juice they need. So make these engines, the ship's ready to sail, right? Wow, man, this is moving quite quickly. I'm always amazed at the pace of this series. Things that I feel like they could easily, if they wanted to, stretch it out into many chapters, easily make like an arc of it, and I wouldn't even be mad. And in fact, I would probably quite enjoy the feeling of triumph and stuff that only accumulates the longer you kind of drag it out. But no, no, they're always just at full speed. Like they could be on the ship in like 2 or 3 chapters from now, for all I know. One tiny problem though. It makes it massive steel components. Kind of dinky creations, we put them in the lab. Now in the realm of manufacturing. Gonna need mountains of iron and oil. Meanwhile, we have the mineral research team going out there with the iron bars, picking up, or the magnetic bars to pick up iron sand. A little bit of fan service, just a little bit. So what are they going to do next? And does it have something to do with Chrome's non-sleazy idea for how to use sonar? I think so. I think I'm right on the money. It's going to be radar-enabled mining somehow. Not land 2. Should be able to find iron or whatever else with this. Yeah. It's minerals. Okay, so he's doing a little bit of experimentation here. This is very cool, very cute. Trying to work out how it works. This will work real bad or something. Okay. I think maybe though, I don't know. I don't know if he's fully understanding this. Ah, that's right, that's right. This was the mountaintop where they first had electric light, you know? Yeah, okay, so he's going around his little radar scope, his little oscilloscope, trying to find some iron. This is cute. This is very cute. Chrome's, I like any sort of panel like this, where the character appears in like tons and tons of spots simultaneously. That kind of conveyance of action within a specified space. It's very, very, I don't know, efficient. There's kind of like an efficiency to it that I think kind of captures the frantic nature of the search. I quite like it. So he moved. I'm sure it definitely moved. Whoa! And look at this little invention he's rigged up all on his own. The underground bamboo radar. Very nice, very nice. Probably you should ask Senkyu first before you go off with all of his very hard to manufacture one-of-a-kind scope and start dropping it down some crevice that you can't really see the bottom of. But it's okay. He's got a system. I don't think we're going to see Chrome punished for this proactiveness and creativity. It's totally fun. A real life treasure hunt. Oh, and he gets something. He gets something. That's a big blip. Ooh, and calling in. Look at this casual usage of technology. Look at this. This one page. These three actions. Chrome telling SenQ what's up. SenQ going to the location where Chrome is. This would have been like 2 chapters, and maybe somebody would have died. And now in 3 panels, or sorry, well, I guess 5 panels, but in 1 page, SenQ gets the message, it goes all the way over there. That's awesome. That's exciting. That feels like very earned. And it's cool too because the number of plots you can tell, the more kind of technology you have and the more expedited. Like we talked about this before with the hot air balloon and how quickly they can make the journey now from the village to the science base near the Cave of Miracles. It really opens up the plot in a lot of ways. It's sort of like in shonen series when they start getting the ability to fly or teleport or like sense ki or whatever. It just kind of lets the author smooth over a whole bunch of stuff that used to be something they had to actually write about explicitly. And now it's just sort of taken for granted that like you can move the plot all the way up until that point. But here it feels so rewarding. It feels so deserved and earned when they have a development like this. You know, like we saw them built all this stuff. Saw them build all of this stuff. I had a weird tense error there. Made a metal detector then. Germanium works, made it radar for the Earth. Coils magnetized, the induced current is going to leak when it comes near magnetic ore. The Scavenger King Chrome did it again. Science in your own 2 feet to sniff out an iron ore deposit. Look at how happy SenQ is. He's like giddy. He's so proud of his little brother in science, Chrome. Oh, it's beautiful. They got a mine now. Look at that. They're just properly strip mining. It's a good thing. Tsukasa is currently sealed away in frozen carbonite or whatever. I do not think he would approve of this. Of course, you know, a little strip mine deep within a cave in order to get the materials in order to make the engines for one ship. Probably sustainable. It's probably okay. It's probably sustainable. But whenever you look at the gigantic holes in the earth that we have carved open, these huge gaping wounds that we've just scraped out of the earth in such a heartlessly systematic way, it's just chills running down my spine. There's an exhibit at the Art Gallery of Ontario. I didn't actually see it, but when I saw it advertised, I looked it up a bit, and I thought it was pretty cool. And it's called the Anthropocene era, I believe, or whatever the proper conjugation of that word would be. You know how there was like the Paleocene and the Holocene and stuff. This is kind of an artistic argument that now we are in the Anthropocene or whatever, where human activity is now causing the greatest changes on the face of the earth. And this seems pretty indisputable to me. So the gallery itself was just a collection of pictures of areas of the earth where human influence is like very drastic and very apparent. So there was a lot of pictures of like strip mines and stuff. And it's just, I don't know, it just looks like gore. And I mean, I know, I get it. Like, I get why we did it and such, but meh. All right, let's move on. Look at how happy Chrome is to see production underway in his mind. How can I ever start babbling my green bullshit in the face of that pride? So smug! That's not what I was smiling. Got this idea in my head. I ran my experiment. Bam, it all worked out. Bad. He's saying bad a lot. Bad to mean good. It's just how fun science really is. It's rare, so don't take it for granted. For granite. Oh, that's a mineral joke. I don't need to make a joke like that ever again. To the realm of manufacturing, hauling in heaps of resources. There's 100 standards, split up the labor force and create a huge network of resources. Wow, that map is ambitious. look at all of Japan linked up once more. And we can see that many of the major hubs still persist. Like Tokyo, he's still envisioning as the hub of resources and such. And further down here, we can see Kyoto. What? I had to travel to and from a mine? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. It's minecart time. I actually quite like minecarts. I think they're very comfy. There, of course, lots of good associations with Donkey Kong Country, where they are not at all comfy. But in Minecraft, which I haven't really played, but I know about quite a lot, the minecarts in there I think are just comfy beyond belief. And just anything trains, minecarts, or any sort of other railed permanent transportation, to me has this very cozy feeling of like knowing that you're doing something for the long haul, that years and years from now, the same route will be used, that these same kind of tasks will be repeated, and doing things to persevere even through generations in order to make those tasks a little easier. Something very beautiful about that to me. Minecart time. Look at that. Even Yo, his childlike glee can't help but leak out when he thinks of the idea of riding a minecart. Now that our civilization has reached the end of manufacturing, we're at the point where single genius won't exactly cut it. We have the leader. We need a leader with the stuff to make the most of these people and their talents. Leadership just isn't for anyone, you know. Okay, so again, I think this is connecting to, because of course Gen is here for this conversation. This is connecting back to this idea of what kind of person is this Y guy? What did they really expect from Senkyu, knowing that Senkyu had developed in the Stone Age something able to receive their message? This idea of multiple geniuses, of not just relying on Senkyu entirely, but multiple people coming up with ideas, multiple people who can think like this. And who should lead them? Who should make use of them in a purposeful, structured way, instead of everyone just doing whatever they want all the time and things possibly being at odds with each other? Leadership isn't just for anyone. So who's going to be the leader, if that is the role that we're now trying to fill? Parents and lessons to me from an early age. Keep your emotions in check. Never indulge in passion. Believe that crap. I forged my own leadership style. Nobody's going to follow a leader who doesn't know how to have fun. Best leaders out there have the power to bring joy to the rest of the world. You know what? I don't even feel like it. This is a big one. That's a big one. Nobody's going to follow a leader who doesn't know how to have fun. That actually seems pretty true in a lot of ways. I think we've seen this sort of pattern appear again and again and again. But it's a really, really scary one. it's I think more of a glitch in the way that humans kind of think about power dynamics, where you make some assumptions about what you're going to be able to do based on what the leader is going to be is presently doing. Which really don't have any basis in reality, and leads to really frightening populist movements, where everybody just kind of wants to live like the guy at top, and the guy at top is living at top simply because lots and lots of people want to live like him. It's a sort of self-reliant structure. It's like kind of this scaffolding that is only there to hold up itself. I don't like it. I don't like it. But let's move on. For our Kingdom of Science, your philosophy is honestly and truly a perfect match. They're riding around the minecart. Gen seems satisfied. But I don't know. In a fun way. The Kingdom of Science Resource Network is online. Iron Mountain, oil reserves, Cave of Miracles. It's all happening now. It's all happening now. I love this. What a cute little diagram. How comfy. Makes me feel like I'm playing Civilization. Yeah, alright. We have another chapter to read too, so that's exciting. I'm very curious about this whole leadership thing. Suiru, actually their leader, is Senkyu okay with that? Wasn't him and Gen much more on the plan of like, let's just trick this asshole as many times as we can for whatever reason we need to? Um, I don't know. Nothing bad has happened in quite a while too. I feel like I mean, there's been adventures. They were in trouble during the hot air balloon and stuff, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop on kind of the power dynamics. And yet everyone's smiling. As long as everyone's smiling. Oh, we'll see. We'll see.